Welcome, UCL fans, and more specifically, Carolina Keldeos fans. My name is Nintendo Fanatic 64, and I am here doing the Season 2 draft analysis for the Carolina Keldeos. Now, the coach, JYT Gamer, has not yet done his own review video, or at least at the time of this recording. If he does do one, I will be linking down in the description his own thoughts and analysis on his team for it. This is just how I'm looking at it as an outsider, and just doing this for all the different teams. So we're going to first start though by taking a look at his Season 1 draft. So in Season 1 we have over here, he drafted Sylveon, Zygarde, Victini, Fortress, Honchkrow, Mega Blastoise, Registeel, Golbat, Sneasel, Electabuzz, Primeape, and Ludicolo. And as you can see, some of his most popular mons that he bought Golbat to every single week. He brought Registeel to a majority of the battles. He brought Sylveon, Zygarde, and Victini in almost every battle as well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what he drafted for this season. We have over here, switching it up quite a bit. We have Mega Scizor, Heatran, Gliscor, Suicune, Nidoking, Azelf, Hitmonlee, Granbull, Absol, and then Cradily, Manectric, Dusclops. So no repeating mons this time around. A couple repeating types as far as like Mega Scizor and Fortress, but I believe he'll probably bring his Mega Scizor a lot more than he did like his Fortress, which only came to 2 battles. Didn't have the greatest season in Season 1, being 6-9, but again, with Season 1, it was very much a learning experience for almost all the teams involved. Golbat was definitely brought a lot of times, always used like, very defensive, Super Fang using Golbat. Registeel brought a lot, I remember did a lot with like Thunder Wave and setting up hazards and whatnot. Zygarde was definitely one of his big hitters last season, and Victini, of course, one of like the top, I think it was even one of the top 10 mons that I did in my top 20 review of the UCL Pokemon for it. Now, did not get a chance. He wanted to draft Sylveon this season again. Unfortunately, it got sniped before he can get to it. Matter of fact, he could have possibly gone, I believe he had the chance to get it in the first round, but opted to go with Suicune first, just so that way he can go ahead and do something with that. Now, I believe it was Game Boy Luke who managed to actually get Sylveon as well. So maybe there'll be a trade later on, considering Suicune was a member of the Bristol City Blazekins in the first season, and maybe Jay really wants his Sylveon back. With this, I mean, we look at it, he has a lot of interesting mons to go through on it. Nidoking and Azelf, I believe, can both be like Stealth Rock users for it. Cradily, I think, can learn it. I know it also can get Rapid Spin. Dusclops is a great spin blocker. I think actually looking at, I know Gliscor can also get it, so definitely a unique take on his draft for this season. I mean, going between both of them, again, it's just going to be very interesting. He wanted to go with Electivire this year, but it got sniped from him when it came down to, I believe, Electivire is an NU. Could have gone with Electabuzz again, but opted instead to go with Manectric. Very interesting, because I remember in Season 1, Manectric was a Mega and did a lot of work. This time it will not be Manectric, or Mega Manectric, just basic Manectric, since of course he has Scizor as his Mega for it. I think it'll do a lot of good. I mean, I'm saying these with most teams. I'm not trying to put any team down. I'm trying to be as biased as possible. I don't believe any team drafted bad. It's just going to be how they play with their teams for it. Because since they are all doing like this counter team formulas for it, we'll see how well it does. Mega Scizor can hit like a truck, can also be played very defensively if need be. Nidoking, I see a lot of times, I've ran special Nidokings. I think people have also run physical Nidokings, kind of do something interesting with it, can be played defensively. Hitmonlee, another great spinner on his side for it, so that way he can, remove a lot of remove hazards. Suicune definitely will be a big thing. I know Suicune was always sometimes can be considered annoying depending on if he goes with like the Calm Mind variety or if he just goes like with an all-out attacker or something along those lines for it. So either way, I think it's an interesting draft. I'm not going to say, it'll be interesting to see who he brings, the teams that he makes with these teams on. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Kind of a shorter one for it. I think it was a really all-around good team. Not a whole lot of, at least not that I noticed, a lot of blaring weaknesses on one end or another for it. So, but we'll have to wait and see how he does the season. Of course, don't forget, season does kick off July 16th, and if he does put up his own video describing his team draft and why he drafted what he did, I will link those videos down in the description. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you do enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up. Remember, this is all unofficially related to the UCL. This is just me doing what I like to do, having fun doing these videos for it. So thank you all very much for watching. Take care and good night.